I'm feeling really confident, if I'm honest. When I look at the England squad, it's brilliant. The team is brilliant as well. You know, when you look at our bench, we've got so much quality on that bench, and that just shows you how much quality we've got on that field. And I've always said that I want to be around when England win a trophy because it's going to be one hell of a party. And I think this is going to be it, because you know we've had great Euros before, we've had great World Cups. It's all now about winning one. Biggest rivals, you've got to look at people like France and Spain, and obviously Germany. You know, there's a lot of history with England and Germany, and it's in their home country. You know, and obviously sometimes they find it hard to qualify. Obviously they didn't have to this year, but they always turn up for tournaments. They're always really good in tournaments, so you have to be aware of that, plus home support. That will be a threat. But I look at France and I think, yeah, that's a strong, solid squad. So I was chatting with Peter Schmeichel a while ago, and he was very confident about Denmark, and I was like, really? You know, but he was. Obviously his son's playing in goal, and yeah, it surprised me a little bit. But when Peter says something like that, he's very rarely wrong. You know, so I'd be very cautious of them. The other two are a little bit unknown, but whether it's 9 points or whatever it is, it's enough points to get you through to the next stage. That's how you think as a footballer. You just need to get through, no matter what it is. You know, Euro '96. You know, we didn't get off to the best start. You know, but we got better and better and better and better. You know, and nearly got there, but you know, it's just steady as it goes and keep getting better through the tournament. You know, obviously there's question marks on our defence, you know, as in who's going to be fit, but attacking wise, and then there's options as well. With Jude Bellingham, you can't compare him with Messi and Ronaldo at the moment because they've done it for years and years. They've won trophies. But yeah, he on form, he's up there, and I can't wait to see him in the Euros, and especially in an England shirt. You know, it's just going to be great to see, and hopefully it's going to be a celebration to see him as well. Foden and Saka cutting in, Harry Kane up top, you know, and then Bellingham behind it, you know, and then this solid defence of Declan Rice. Although, you know, is that Declan's best position? You know, we've seen for Arsenal that when he's pushing on a little bit, it's good to see him doing that. You know, so will he be like the holding player for England? You know, and then let Jude have a free role? It sounds the best option, but you know, Declan's got a little bit more than that. But it's so exciting and it's so positive. Yeah, the competition for England's number one's been. I thought it was getting just to the right moment and boiling point, and then obviously with Aaron being left out at Arsenal, that's changed it a little bit. So Jordan's always been England's number one and still is. You know, there's nobody been anywhere near him for quite a while. You know, his form for England has been brilliant. You know, okay, his form for Everton's been, you know, it's been good, but it's not been as good as what it has for England. And I do feel sorry for Aaron because he's not playing. And we've also got a problem as to, you know, like who is going to be the number 2 and number 3. From having a lot of goalkeepers that were actually playing, we've now only got really one, in Dean Henderson. Yeah, it's been tough on Aaron, but he's dealt with it. He's a proper pro and he knows what's going on. But you know, if he had to go in, say if Jordan got injured and Aaron had to go in, I wouldn't be worried at all. Yeah, with looking back at my England career, the Euro '96 was special. You know, and it was a time where England fans were falling out of love with England because of off-the-field stuff and performances. But I felt that Euro '96 got England fans back to loving their national team. You know, even I remember walking up Wembley Tunnel, like the old Wembley, getting to the top when we were playing Switzerland in the opening game, and it was the opening of Euro '96. And I got to the top of the tunnel, and I see there's knights on horseback running around the dog track, you know, and I'm like, whoa! And the stadium was full, and then there's this massive blow-up trophy in the middle of the pitch, and you're thinking, whoa, this is really it. This is massive, you know. And I think that might have been why we didn't play so well against Switzerland in that opening game, but then it just built. You know, next game Scotland, Gaz's goal, you know, literally 90 seconds after I saved McAllister's penalty. Gaz goes and nicks all my glory, and off we go, 2-0 win. Thank you very much. You know, but then it just got bigger and better, and the fans. I remember the fans. There'd be a few at the hotel that we used to stay at, Burnham Beeches, like waiting outside when we left, and then the next game there'd be like a load more. And then the next game, even more. And then they started following us down the motorway in their cars and vans and things with all the flags hanging out of them. And then you get to Wembley and there's like thousands waiting for you outside just to see the coach drive in. That's what it generated. And, you know, like I said to you before, I said I've always wanted to see England win a trophy. We were so close that season. You know, we had a fantastic time then, but to actually win it, oh. Gareth as a teammate was great. He was very sensible. Did I ever think he was going to become a manager? No. You know, I never saw that in him. I knew tactically he was aware, but yeah, he just didn't seem to have like the strong enough character. You know, not like a character like someone like Stuart Pearce or Tony Adams or Paul Ince. You know, and it just shows you that sometimes it's not all about that shouting and ranting and raving. You know, it's about getting the right things, and Gareth's doing that right now. You know, a lot of the players that he's got now are the guys that have come through with the under-21s. You know, so he's gained that respect straight away. He's also instilled in them that, what you're talking about, that friendship and being together. And like now, the players, they go out, even when they do their press interviews, they just talk and they answer every question. They're not trying to avoid questions and things. You know, he's got that into them, and yeah, he's done a fantastic job. I like that type of manager that Gareth is, that calm and collected, because that reflects on my character a little bit as well. You know, Terry was like that. Terry was good, but you know, Gareth's doing it in a totally different way, and I think Gareth's got, you know, a lot more respect from people by the way that he's done it and the way that he's stuck to his beliefs. You know, because he got quite a bit of stick early on, but now we're all seeing, you know, even like people now are talking about him. You know, is he going to retire after the summer and things? And I'm thinking, well, just be careful, because like we are now contending. We are going into tournaments as favourites or co-favourites. You know, we're not going in there just us saying we're going to win it. People actually think that we've got a great chance of winning it. You know, and that's the level that he's got us to. Yeah, what would it mean for me to see Gareth lifting that trophy as an ex-teammate? It would be really, really special. And I'd be so happy and proud of him because of what he went through with Euro 96. Missing the penalty, but then getting to where he's got to now is that, you know, I would be like really proud of him. You know, can you imagine how he's going to feel? You know, he's just going to be so good for him. And then also to see like some Arsenal players being involved as well. You know, it just reminds me back to my days when there was, you know, quite a few Arsenal players involved in the England setup. And yeah, it's as good as we are and as good as we can be. It's just all about winning, and it's win at all costs for me. You know, because I want us to win a trophy.